get kicked in the fucking face.
In the next bubble screen over here, let's throw curls, curls, curls.
What are the whys, right? What are the whys?
Bears Hour Live.
The Tape Never Lies Network. Starts now.
The Tape Never Lies Network.
Yeah, you look at the tape. So as a coach, your resume is the tape.
Loses the football. Strip sack and
Bears Hour Live.
Give me some fucking
Bears
names.
Hour Live. We go online right after Bears games with your boys draft talking the smartest man alive. Bears Hour Live.
Son of a bitch, you better block.
Bears Hour Live. We go online right after Bears games with your boys draft talking the smartest man alive. Ran up with the true analysis you expect. Raw passion for the show. Bear fans get nothing less. Locked in with real emotion and passion for every play. Coach Phil to bring that range in with facts my shame. Post game show like nothing else you're gonna hear. Some can try to copy, but a bucket's not sincere. Delivering the truth on what just happened to be clear. That's why we're on TV, so you can see it, not just hear. Hey yo, with Draft Dr. Phil, you know it's always hit sticks. True to fundamentals, never gimmicks and tricks. Guess we're moving Soldier Field up to Arlington Heights. Millhouse counting bucks while the mayor big fights. Our life keeps growing, Shane's all knowing. Delivering the truth on how the QB's throwing. Dimes on time or just lacking fundamental. Whatever the case, we get hot like Cecil. Fiery discussion on what happened in the game. This ain't your daddy's postgame, so expect the fucking flame. Not for the average fan, a loss they can't survive.
But don't you worry.
Bears Hour Live.
Bears Hour Live. Bears Hour Live. We go
Let him sit his ass there again. I don't think we're that much worse.
The
myth, the red legend, Draft Dr. Phil Otoshan.
This is football, baby. Culture is the problem. Let's get on little things.
Bears Hour Live, Bears Hour
Son of a bitch, you better
Bears
block.
Hour Live.
That's what happens. That's when you have a real
Right
good team.
after Bears
And let's
games
get it
with
on.
your boys draft talk and the smartest.
Give me some fucking names.
This is Bears Hour Live.
And we're back. Welcome to BHL. The Bears are back. They're who they've always been. Here we go yet again. Let's not waste any time. I know my guy in the background is ready to go so we can end this show after this monstrosity that we saw. I just checked social media. Eberflus is still employed, but we'll get there. We'll get there. Turn it over to my guy here, DDP. Bears are back, baby.
The Bears are back. Back where we thought they were.
Oh, they never left. You know, they just give you those little moments that don't matter. They never build off of them. But it is what it is.
Yes, it is what it is. How do you rant to the repeat over and over and over? It's the definition of insanity watching these teams. I know my guy Reynaldo Flores is out there. Bullets, people. I know my boy Adam Rank is at the game. We saw this coming. Now, it starts out with a lie because the tape never lies, right? So is Tyson Bagent's arm not able to throw deep? That's what our coach told us. Big arm Nate had to come out there last week. So just in a culture, I just want to say this. When you're a head coach and you're building a culture or trying to build a culture, your word is the biggest, most valuable thing you have. You're a fraud, Eberflus. You're an absolute travesty. Ryan Poles, you done fucked up. You hired the wrong guy. He says all the right things pre-game. He's that fucking hothead rock star listening to heavy metal before the game, getting you fired up. Goes out in the game, misses every tackle. That's who your coach is. It's a fraud. Luke Getsy doesn't get shit. He didn't learn anything from last week, just like Shane and I predicted on Keeping It 100 with Darrington Evans, who, by the way, did score. He should have had another one. But anyway, I'm tired, guys. I'm tired of the rinky-dink training wheels bullshit, Matt Nagy smelling thong, Matt Eberflus coming in with a fucking bigger stench than anything we've ever seen. This is a travesty of epic proportions. The referees don't help. They don't help. They don't help. To see the games, I'm going to say this because I said it at the halftime show. I am ranting on this now. Shadow Boy. And thank you for your pledge there. I am saying this. If officials can't get it right, you as a coach have to make a scene in today's NFL. You have to. They change rules because coaches are calling it into question. What happened with Darnell Mooney setting this tone of momentum in a game? Despite any of you blog boys even understanding this, I'm just going to tell you. If Darnell Mooney was never touched, not once, it was a tragedy. NBC, they fucking got called out on it. They had to go back and look at it, and it wasn't there. There was no touch. Mooney gets up, stopped, because the officials looking back, if you watch the tape, at his colleague and was like, oh, and he blows the whistle. They got it completely wrong. These officials should be fired from the NFL tonight. They're horrible. Who picks up a fucking holding call? And don't tell me officials don't rule and ruin the game. As a head coach, I experienced it the other night. Matt Eberflus needs to run onto the field and show a little bit of emotion. If it gets you a fucking flag, you're 2-5 or 2-6 now, whatever you are. At least you showcase yourself that you actually give a shit. But then it is what it is after that. Cole Kmet getting thrown down by corners and safeties like he's a fucking 180-pound wide receiver is pathetic. Justin with sunglasses on the sidelines, fucking Kyler Gordon coming in fucking Spider-Man suits. We have a culture of losing, and we have a loser's separative mentality all across the board. From the head coach to the fired defensive coach that we swept under the rug, all the conspiracy. Then we got the new head coach always turning it around. Your defense sucks when you play a real quarterback, as Shane has pointed out. Sorry, Jonathan Hood. Might need to move a different Hood because you don't get it right. You get pathetic scores. Pathetic play calling. They don't understand personnel. They don't. They're not maniacal. They're going to go fucking wide receiver reverse to our punt returner. Our punt returner after you've gotten a big play. Let's go wide receiver reverse. Let's go there with 158-pound receiver to Khalil Mack's side. Larry's got him. Let's not put a tight end out there double. It's pathetic. It's so frustrating that I'm like calloused, Nagy, to it. It's infuriating. And the Baelish Jones experience has been like 6 fucking wooden bats to the face. End it. Ryan Poles, you got to let go of the pick. You can't do it. You don't get it. Raheem Green, not it. I don't know how you let Gibson go and actual developmental young pass rushers, but what you've got out there on the defensive line, on the edge especially, you drafted Dexter. Dexter sucks. Stands up every play. Still. Oh, give him time. He's 6'6". He should dominate or show something. I'm watching him near the end of the game. He's a byproduct of the shitty culture right now. It's terrible. We could go I could go on and on. Like, I love Blazing Game. You're going for 2 and you have Blazing Game in a fucking empty set as a receiver? Like, what? Like, this is the shit we're doing. We're doing wide receiver sweep, reverse pass. We are fucking Cal. We're Cal. Better yet, we're Vanderbilt. We're Vandy in the SEC. That's what you are. A joke. You're a punchline, Kevin Warren. Stop the fucking leaking. Every pipe in the house is burst. And it starts with the head coach. If you don't let it go, this is just putrid. Putrid. I don't get fooled. I'm not from the Bronx, Jenny, but I don't get fooled by the freaking cocks that we got out there. It's ridiculous what we see each and every fucking Sunday here with the Chicago Bears. I don't like the look. I don't like anything that happened tonight. I don't see a semblance of an understanding of an identity. Nothing carried over. As I said, it wouldn't. Nothing carried over. You didn't get in 2 tight ends and run Deonta Foreman. You had a penalty that was a shitty call. Hands to the face, whatever. And then Dante Foreman came in. And then you got to get Rashawn Johnson. Gotta get him in there. You don't understand moments, situations, or personnel use. You do not run at Cole Kmet's side going up against Joey Bosa. A fucking tight end that gets thrown down by corners isn't going to block Bosa. I'll just give you a little hint. If it smells like a fart, it probably is. Probably is. Don't look around. It's terrible. It's terrible, Shane. I don't even comprehend at this level of football that it could ever be this bad. It's guessing. It's guesswork at play calling. There's nothing that sets up anything else. And yes, the rookie quarterback, the controversy, he didn't play well on the road with a shitty play caller and a shitty situation. But there's no way I'm putting the finger on him. He's probably the last problem I have tonight with this football team. I don't know how Shane feels, but for me, I'm not going against Bayesian here. I'm going against the head clown college. He is the fucking, what is it? The lead dog at the clown college. Anyway, that's my rant. What the fuck am I doing here talking about this shithole team? It's a fucking joke. It's a fucking joke, bro.
I hear you, man. It's
valedictorian. He's the valedictorian, Shane. That's what I was looking for.
When I was just glancing down at my notes, I'd put a little star next to Blazing Game because I was going to text you during your rant. I'm like, bro, you got to bring up the 2-point conversion. I didn't even see I was so fucking I didn't text. I was just about to text you, and then you brought it up like when I was typing it. I was kind of numb to the whole situation because Phil, we expected that. I mean, I understand we got down, but if you go back to keeping it 100, anybody can clip it. I said, what are we going to do Sunday night when the game is over and we look down and we see that Tyson Bagent had 38 pass attempts? Well, he had 37 tonight. So
when you
said that nothing carries over, and it is everything. Listen, I like Roshan Johnson. Stop the fucking dancing and run the football. Run forward. You said it exactly right tonight, Phil. Roshan cleared concussion protocol, and they were going to force feed him. It's a rookie, and they wanted to do that. Come on. Darrington Evans, Deontay Foreman, they honestly have to, along with DJ Moore, should be the focal point of the entire offense. And it's not. They're going to force feed Roshan. They're going to go into a game with a script that they're going to try to force down your throat. And that's just the way that's the way they do business. And I'm not sitting here saying that Roshan's a bad player, but my God, how is Darrington Evans, his first touch, I believe, was his touchdown, correct?
Yep, toss right.
Yeah.
Darrington Evans. I want to put this to bed. Justin doesn't wear a visor for epilepsy. We've cleared that up thanks to Barstool in their interview. So the sunglasses shit, honestly, I don't think so. I'll stay on this side. I don't like the look of it at all. It's very odd. And I know a lot of people that suffer with epilepsy. I have a kid on my football team, one of my best players, has epilepsy. He doesn't wear a shield. And he certainly wouldn't be wearing sunglasses on the sideline. And we played at night the other night, Shane. Just like, what are we doing here? Yes, Mr. McCaskey. Whatever McCaskey it is, we can meet privately. And I honestly, I'm so fucking done. I know how to fix this shit. Accountability isn't just, let's watch the tape and see if you run. Accountability is on your coaches, too. Like, what the fuck are you calling on 4th and 1? Like, what is our identity? They can't figure it out. Deontay Foreman needed to be in that situation. You want to run, you run with an eraser clause. Now, I know later he got stopped on 3rd down, but
well, like Angela's trying to call me out, essentially saying that Roshan only had 6 carries,
but he also
Deontay had 9. Deontay had 9. How many snaps was he in for?
He must have been in a lot because he had like 3 or 4 receptions where he's dancing around in the middle.
He was forced into the game.
I agree with you.
Back, and there's no reason for it.
He should
Darrington
not have
Evans,
been in that
Deontay
situation.
Foreman earned their rights to be out there and to get more carries. Did we not like what we saw last week from those guys? But this is how the Bears operate. It's not based off production. It's, you're my pick. You're a rookie. I put a spotlight and a pedestal and put you on a pedestal the day that I drafted you by calling you a foundational piece,
bro.
Exactly.
It's the same.
That's why it's how they operate.
Ryan Poles, to me, I can't even look at these fucking guys. Him and Eberflus, I honestly can't even. I have not been. I suffered with Nagy and Pace, but the sight of them didn't cause this to me as it has tonight. And I'm getting a couple texts from some former NFL players. I was pointing those sunglasses out to my boy, and I got to say, what are you trying to be? You trying to be Hollywood, or are you high? That's what I'm thinking. It just was I'm sorry. I didn't like the look at all. If that offends you, I don't know. We all have an opinion. I didn't like him wearing sunglasses.
Angelo, again, you're not listening to what we're talking about. They're force feeding him into the game carries.
He's coming off concussion protocol, is what we're saying. Last week, we looked at it and we saw exactly what you needed to do. Counter pause, stretch it using an eraser clause in Deonta Foreman that isn't afraid. He's a veteran. He hits the hole and puts his pads to the plate, right? Puts it right in someone's chest plate. He does not slow down. And that's what you needed tonight. That should have been your identity off of this. You get a big play downfield, the officials fuck up, and then you immediately, you being Getsy, go to some trick gadget wide receiver sweep play, and you forget everything all about it. All about it. And it's disgraceful.
Yeah, James has it right here. You're handing Roshan Johnson, who's been out,
James.
4th and 1.
James,
you have Foreman. You signed Foreman
James
for a reason. He did the Forte jump cut, and it didn't work out too well. And this isn't an indictment. This isn't an I get it. But this isn't an indictment on Roshan Johnson. It's
nobody here is saying. Nobody here is saying that. Remke, Krishmamurthy. I don't know how to say it. It always starts like this. I respect y'all, but
have we not? I mean, Romke, have we not talked about get the fuck in I formation and run the football, go with 12 personnel? I'm not sure if we've said it 600 times or 700 times. We've talked about it.
Come on, bro.
Over and over.
We
have live shows every week. We talk about it on every show. We say what should be
trying
happening.
To rewrite the fucking Godfather Part 1. He wants us to rewrite it. Like, no, the movie is perfect the way it's been. We're telling you over and over again how to fix it. It might not fit Ryan Poles and Luke Getsy's formula, but we know their formula sucks, Romkey. So we've been saying you have to build your identity behind David Montgomery. They let him go, right, Romkey? They let him go. You got it now. Deonta Foreman should be starting, not Khalil Herbst. This is all TTNL, right? You got to start pounding the football, 2 tight ends, I formation, action off of it. Guess what they did, Romkey? They did 75% of that against the Raiders and beat the fuck out of them, right? Then they come here to LA, they travel and abandon it. So to sit here and say you respect y'all, but let's focus on the positives or whatever the fuck, how to fix it. I've told you how to fix it. You fire the fucking head coach, and right now the GM is out the door too, Kevin. And you need someone in there that fucking breathes and lives offensive line play. And the importance of fucking fundamentals and technique. That's how you fix this. Someone that understands there's rules to blocking. And if you don't play by those rules, then you sit your ass on the fucking bench. And if someone can't snap, they don't go to center. They don't play center. But we've had fucking the Marshmallow Man, and we have had a Walrus at left tackle. We've had the experience of the biggest pussy showcase of offensive line play. Soft as puppy shit out there. That's your culture. You want to fix it? Hire me. There you go.
Yeah,
fix this shit.
Justin Fields is on Barstool Sports, and they asked him specifically about this, and this is where my assumption was initially, and it was proven 100% wrong because it came completely from Justin. They asked him about his epilepsy and the reason he wears a visor, and he said it was because of swag, because it looks good. Those are Justin's words, not my words.
Put it to bed.
Yeah. So that came directly from Justin Fields, because they said, well, a quarterback has never won the Super Bowl that had a visor, that wore a visor. Almost happened this year with this past season with Jalen Hurts. He's like, no, I wasn't aware of that. He's like, no, it's about swag for me. I think it looks good. And that's why, in pregame, DJ Moore does the same thing. They have the colored visors that they wear because they like the way that it looks. So it's not an epilepsy thing with Justin.
Listen, all I know is it looked bad. Has he ever worn sunglasses on a sideline before? No. Okay, the punky QB, you could bring him into the equation. I didn't like it with him either. As a coach, I would tell him, please take the sunglasses off. It doesn't look good. He's getting bad information. I'm just telling you, when your own wife and people around are texting you, not a good look. There's a couple of former Bears are texting too. Especially when your team is getting trounced and they're going to keep showing you.
Yeah.
And to Chris Collinsworth's question,
Brandon, again, you're just tuning in. Like, we're addressing the questions that were brought to us, and we're stating facts to you. So I'm sure that you're pissed and don't like facts, and in your dream world you have it all figured out. That's fine, man. Start your own show, start your own podcast, and address it there.
I'll watch it on your podcast. I'm not attacking Justin Fields. I'm attacking the reality of what I saw there. And everybody as a person saw
about it.
What's that?
We were asked a question twice about it.
If I'm asked, what did you think? I'm going to tell you. I thought it looked dumb. Patrick Pavone, $5. Rashawn hasn't shown anything. He's been that's the way.
Yeah. I wouldn't say that he hasn't shown anything.
He's shown good things, but he's coming off being out for 2 weeks. Like James Daniels said it perfectly. Like, you have to put a little comprehension, football IQ in this. There's too many people that have never coached, played, or been around the game that are out there breaking down tape and having big, soft opinions.
Oh God, I gotta start this one. Shadow Boy's on fire tonight. So DJ Moore is clearly the issue, Phil. I'm actually
one pick for DJ Moore. No, we didn't. We got him with the number. We didn't give it up. We wanted him. The way you're wording that.
Okay, I did read that wrong. Yeah, I read it wrong. My bad, Shadow Boy. I take the L on that one. I read that one wrong.
What we're saying.
Yeah,
should.
I agree. My bad. I digress.
You have to say it in the voice. Kerry
I read
Franklin,
that one wrong. My bad.
$20. Fuck Green Bay or F Greg Braggs. I don't know which one he's saying. I'm kidding, Greg. Waylon Lumley, $1.90. Going crazy, man. Can we at least speak about? Exactly. I feel bad. That stadium, according to Rank, was full of Bears fans. And Ray Flores told me it's full of Bears fans. Go there and they're fucking pathetic.
Yeah, they said over 50% Bears fans there.
Bears fans are real. They travel. I get it. It's a disease. It's frustrating. It's like that terrible relationship you have and you continue to think you're going to fix it. It ain't going to be fixed. They messed up the coach. Mike, $4.99. To be honest, I like what I saw from Bajan for the most part. Coaching and the defense let him down. Kevin Warren looked pissed. Saw him taking notes. Hopefully he puts it into whatever he's doing. Maybe we'll get real change. I hope so too, Mike. That's what Shane and I are at. I mean, it was pathetic. Call it whatever it is. I have never seen. Thank you, Drex. I'm glad you brought this up. I wanted to rant about this.
Right.
You fucking have 3 timeouts. You onside kicked to try to get it back. It rumbles all over the place, but yet you don't use your timeouts when you got them at 3rd down. There's 1:30. Fucking your coach is waving the white flag. Take note, Ryan Poles. He's a clown. And by the way, his challenge, he would have won because Tyson Bagent did get in on the first push.
Yeah, he did. That broke the
He's
plane
just a little late on his challenge. There's my guy, Ray Rojas, $5. After the negative reactions of Poles and Warren that were caught on camera, do you guys think? I honestly don't know. I don't know if I did. You see a negative reaction from Poles?
Nah, he had his earbuds in listening to it. I saw Kevin Warren notice that he was on the monitor and he adjusted his jacket and then he did the, like I better. What none of it matters to me until something is done, and that's
you talked about it at halftime. Not to change this, Ray. It goes off of what you guys think. Like right now, there's how many games left? 9 games left, right? And there's a trade deadline coming up. Your team has the pass rush of a fucking walrus right now on the beach. So you need to fucking go out there and get involved for the next head coach. Because I'm just going to let you fans in on a little secret. When you have an accurate passing quarterback or you're playing one and you're going to sit in cover 2 with a piss poor tackling team, you are going to get ripped apart like you were tonight. When they decided to start being aggressive and blitzing, you saw the change of 30. You had the punt, they had a turnover. It's not rocket science. It's just they can't fucking get out of their own way because they're not real head coaches or coordinators. I'm sorry, that's what it is.
Yeah. Real quick, Mike, there was a YouTube StreamYard issue on our end that prevented it actually booted up late on the YouTube portion of it, but that's why. So it was nothing you did or anything on your end. It was completely on our end. So we apologize for that.
Yeah, my boy Will.8, he was asking too, and I love that dude. He thought we blocked him or something. I'm like, no, we weren't blocking you out, Will. You're a part of us and the family. There was a big YouTube issue. Like DirecTV was fucking up today with the Sunday Ticket too, early games.
Right, and Mo, this is what we've said. Phil and I have maintained the quarterback in either case, Justin Fields or Tyson Bagent, are not the number one issue in Chicago. We've said it every time out that they're not the number one issue.
100%.
I just don't. I think people are so set on their side of the fence with their belief that they hear what we're saying, but not really listening in depth and getting it. I'm not saying you specifically, Mo, but the number one issue in Chicago is not Justin Fields. It's not Tyson Bagent. We know that. We've said it over and over again. It starts up top. Ryan Poles could very well be a part of it. Matt Eberflus, to me, is the number one issue in Chicago. The number one. And you can tie Ryan Poles into that because he hired him. I understand that. It's not the quarterback. They both have their warts. Yes, they do. Are they the number one issue? No, they are not.
Wonder if we get out of Vandy and become Bama. We ain't getting there unless we get rid of problem one. Problem one is the head coach. He's not a head coach. We figured this out early. Okay? And then last week, I told you, I have a big issue with you lying. For you to say Nate Peterman had to come out before it was a lie. I know the whole locker room hated that lie, right? But then the big showcase of the stupid idiot coach that you are is that you let Nathan Peterman, that same guy, come take the knee after you won your first home game in over a year with a rookie quarterback who really played well. You're a loser. And oh, by the way, this head coach almost forgot to give a game ball to the guy who scored fucking 3 touchdowns in the game. Think about this. This is how lost. I'm telling you, We're not going to be Bama. You're not going to. NFL, you could turn this shit around in 1 year. You can. It's been proven time and time again. But you can't do it with a shitty leader at coach who hired a shitty first-time coordinator. Sorry. Lawrence Chisholm. I know the game was bad from the start, especially when they called the BS. I can't ever forgive it. I will never forget.
No, I totally agree.
This needs to be blown up in the biggest way imaginable. How you got away with allowing this kid to get up, because that's 3 points or 7 points or a drive to continue to 7 points. In football, when you start building confidence, it's a mentality. I always say it's 85% mental. And you get up on someone, all of a sudden they have to press. I'm not saying the Bears would have won. I say it would be a different story. It's the one sport I can totally tell you that officials play a huge part in the final outcome. Tonight, there was several. This officiating crew should be fired. Honestly, it was that awful.
You're not wrong. Yeah, and where was this one right here? Real quick before we the no intent.
Oh my
grounding
God!
call. I mean, that's a great point, Coconut Pete.
Thank you.
I was sitting there waiting, and I'm like, wait a minute. It says 3rd and 7. What? No grounding? I mean, Collinsworth was trying his best to say, well, Eckler went out the pass. Well, dude, the fucking pass was nowhere near
the
Eckler.
Official. The guy that's the official on the broad. No, that's grounding all day, every day. The fact that they didn't discuss it just showed. Why do I want to watch this shit? Like, seriously.
I hear you.
It's bad enough that you're bad and you have a shitty coach football team, but then you want to just push us down. It's like that older brother holding your ass under the water when you can't breathe. That's what the Bears are doing to me. It's like nonstop. Like, I can't fucking breathe watching you. I can't even look at you.
And then the quick whistle with Komet. That was
oh my God, the quick whistle with Komet. Maybe they were so used to Cole falling on contact, they were like, wait, let's protect.
But we are still waiting from Matt Eberflus and his positive presser.
Hold on.
Yeah.
We had a couple big 3rd down completions. Tyson played well. We picked up some pass protection. Shut the fuck. I can't even look at him. Hey, guys, this is a tough loss. Are we surprised? Brandy Brown is writing $4.99. Not at all, he writes. Fire everyone. Thank you for all that you do, guys. TTNL forever.
Thank you, Brandy.
Thank you, Brandy Brown.
So, Phil, real quick, not to say that this even matters, but it just shows you how political everything can be with the Chicago Bears. If you go on chicagobears.com right now and go down to the highlights section, it says highlight Darrington Evans hurdles over the goal line to cap a 14-play drive. Game day gallery, Bears versus Chargers. But then you go to the one video highlight, and what does it say? And I love the way that the description reads. Tyson Bagent unloads his cannon to Darnell Mooney for 41-yard opening play. Oh, here's the coach.
There he is. Fucking Rick from The Walking Dead. After he's been bitten and killed.
All right, so just talk about the game here real quick. Obviously the start we had today was not what we wanted.
Toward the end.
Offensive, we went punt, interception, and then we went touchdown, field goal, touchdown on defense. So the glaring things that stood out to me, and what my message was at halftime for the players was we had a lot of penalties that set us back, our drives back on offense, and
so many penalties
wasn't as clean as it needed to be, and then on defense. It was
terribly
really simply about fundamentals. It was about basics. It was about cupping the ball. It was about having forced pursuit apex, about our tackling, right, and our angles.
Forced pursuit.
He's going to throw some big words out here.
And that's where they got their scoring opportunities.
Forced pursuit apex.
I thought the guys came out in the second half, did a solid job of that.
If you were a report, would you be like?
Point we were down, and
tell me what the forced pursuit
defensively,
apex
that first drive coming out in the second half, we needed to get that stop right away. To give ourselves a chance to get a scoring opportunity.
I tell them all the time they got to have that
second holding penalty on Patrick. Did you feel that was legit, or did you feel it was all
play
forearm?
football,
Oh, that was
as we
bullshit.
have,
Yeah,
you know,
that's what I
last
thought.
week and the last couple weeks
That
where
was
we played
bullshit.
complementary football together.
He's
And,
fucking got his
you know, our
arm
last two
underneath the
victories with
guy's.
takeaways and being on
His
the positive
forearm.
side,
Forearm is
we're
underneath
-1
his
today.
chin.
So that also attributed to that. Situationally, early
You
wasn't
suck.
what we wanted it to be, third downs. You know, offense.
Terrible at
So that's,
situational
again,
football,
it was,
coach.
on
Why
their
is
favor.
that?
And again, I give the Chargers, you know, the credit. You know, they had a nice
Because
game
you
plan
hired
today, did a nice
shitty
job,
coordinators to
today.
surround yourself with no
With that, I'll
experience.
have questions.
You've never been a head coach before. How's it been going so far?
He's talking about the first play. We'll see if he brings up the refs.
No.
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm talking about, right? You get a
Yeah.
big explosive
Yeah,
play,
we
and
suck.
we don't
Yeah.
you know, take advantage of that, take that opportunity,
Coach,
and create a
when
scoring
the ref
opportunity, at least a field goal.
Fucked
So
up
we got
by
behind the sticks
blowing the
there.
whistle.
And again,
Did
that's
you
kind of
go
the
on
operation we had a
storming
little
onto
bit
the
in first
field?
half.
The avoidable. Go ahead.
Was there any explanation on that?
I'm old enough to remember Sean
gonna
Payton
answer
being
it right here.
criticized.
They ever come to you and say, "Hey, we missed it" or whatever?
Yeah, they didn't say that. You know, I would just tell Mooney that he's got to get up and be convincing. You know, when he gets up,
Fucking got up and ran. What are you
told Mooney
talking
afterward.
about?
He just needs to get up and go house the thing, and then let them make the decision. You know,
Got
he
up
made
and
the
ran,
decision there.
Coach.
Made a heck of a catch for sure, and a really good play. But again, I don't know what the
He's got more issues with his own guy. The official's right there blowing it dead. So, of course, the kid's reacting to it, you jackass. Oh, my God. He had an issue with Mooney.
Results on the field haven't been good. You've talked about that being important. Why do you think that happened? Why was that such a collective problem?
We had a great week of
I would say
practice.
that it's been
Tell you
good.
that.
The last 3 weeks, our tackling has been really good.
Here it
We've been
is.
in the
There it
fives,
is.
which is elite.
For tackling.
Last week, I think we had 8 or 9, which is okay. But again, today wasn't what it wanted to be. We were working.
How did
our tail off on
Edwards
it in
miss the
practice.
tackle on the
We're working
screen?
our
The guy
angles,
goes 40
programmed
yards
the exact
untouched.
thing, and it's been paying off for us.
Yeah, and
today,
then Spider-Man.
it did not. You know, we got to go back and look at the tape.
Spider-Man had to wear his
We gotta get
costume.
better at that fundamental skill. I thought we did a better job in the
Chicago
second
media
half,
department,
you know,
Larry.
the ball and keeping explosives down.
Lunch with
But again,
Larry.
when you're playing a team like that, you got to do a really good job with their
Tyler,
and, they
what
have
was it
some good
like
skill on them.
zipping up that Spider-Man costume and walking down?
No, it always comes down to fundamentals to me. It's fundamentals. You know, it's about being in there and having the right mindset and understanding how to attack.
Why didn't you bring out Big Arm Nate and
and
throw
once
a Hail Mary?
I got them in the locker room there. You know, they were good in the second half.
How frustrating is it as a defensive play caller? You guys have been seeing it turn the corner, been gotten up some nice plays, create some turnovers.
You didn't turn any corner, Herb, and I would say the same thing. You've faced mediocre at best and back up every quarterback that he has beaten as a head coach
Work the player, right?
could easily be a backup next
You know,
year
how many times
or
do
out
we,
of the
you know,
league.
Do that? We drop him back there and firing the ball right at him. You know, maybe a couple.
Chris Breckenfelder.
He's got to be able to see that, and hands got to come
calling
together. I got to look at the catch.
Imagine what his
Certainly
jersey
was
would
a
look
good
like
opportunity
with his
for us
name
to
on
go
the
take
back.
that ball away
Yes.
right there.
Be like a full circle.
Breckenfelder.
Breckenfelder, get over here.
Breckenfelder with the tackle.
Solid when we had some pressure. You know, in terms
God
of
damn it,
pressure.
Breckenfelder.
TJ
I'm
had
going to
a
go
really nice
look
hit
at the
on that
tape
second
as
half.
what
I
Eberflus
thought
is
that
going
was
to.
good. You know,
I'll have
I'm
to
always
check
gonna
the
say it
tape.
needs to be more. You know, it needs
We
to
got to
be
be
more, but
cupping the balls,
again, we
guys.
just gotta keep
Cupping
it
them.
going.
Look at Breckenfelder cup the balls. Do it like Breckenfelder, for Christ's sake.
But Slim Jesus caught that one. That's great. We got to be cupping balls.
I thought it was solid. You know, I thought that you know, when
This guy.
we're passing the ball when we ran out
It's
of
Mooney's
possession,
fault.
you know, at the
I
very
told
end,
him, be a
and we
better
were going for it on
actor.
all the
Run
fourth
to the
downs,
end
which we
zone.
had to because we only had so many possessions.
How about
left,
you go
and he
into the
was in a
fucking
2-minute
ref's
mode. I thought he
face?
operated
Can
well
somebody
there.
ask
I
a
thought,
question
you know, 'cause
about
they have some
Bayless
good
Jones,
rushers, you
please?
know, and they have some way to
What
pressure
did you
with their
think of
front four.
Bayless's
And I thought he did a
fall
good job of
drop
checking it down
right
to the
in his
back
fucking
at times
chest
and
plate?
working it to
Hit him
goal.
in a
You know, that
bad
goal was 1
spot.
for 10 today, but you know, so I thought he did a nice job there. You know, and then
Where's
the
Otis Nichols,
interception,
where we
you
need
know,
some
that he
positivity?
threw to Mooney, I thought that was a good
Need
strike
that.
right there. And then
Chris says
the
it
other
did
one on
take
the
up
side
some
pocket
space
there
on
that
the
they
jersey.
overturned.
I would
You know,
love
I think we
Chris
just got to come back to the ball
on
a
my
little bit
team.
better, but
He better
against
be a
what I saw.
defensive tackle for me. Breckenfelder. Breckenfelder penetrates. That would be Ryan Poles, Kasim.
Yeah, Jalen can certainly do that, you know, but you know, we were given help.
Coach,
whoever was there.
is the
You know,
Bayless
you know,
experience
a lot of times
done?
what they do is they put Keenan on the move a lot, you know, and they do a
Please.
good job, and they have to, right? Because that's their player. And we try to get out as much as we can with 2 guys, but sometimes
Up the balls, please.
Anybody that
Stop
wants to blame that on Tyson Bagent is just clueless.
Oh my God!
Yeah, I'm gonna have to go back and look at it, where the ball was,
hard
what they were
stop
doing
on
to
that.
him. I got to look at the coverages.
If you're
they could have been
blaming
over
that
top of him
on
with the guy
Tyson
underneath,
Bagent,
which tells
you
me
have
to
the
get off the guy right
football
away. So I didn't know how
acumen
many times
of a
it happened. I knew it
fucking
happened some.
wet
I saw
bagel.
it a few times, but I don't know
Yes,
how many
a
times.
wet bagel. It's fucking pathetic.
He's out of there quick.
Hey, coach, how you doing? It's Angelo. What a shit show. The Bears have become a fucking tragedy.
Yeah, well, and I mean, speak about it, Phil.
Where's Larison when I need him?
You, to me, if I'm the GM, you have to figure out a way to get a defensive lineman in here.
Oh my God, dude!
You have to. It's imperative. Listen, if you have to overpay a little in terms of draft pick, the way that I'm looking at it, and let's just say it's going to take your second rounder to get Chase Young.
Gotta get
Are
it.
you going to go and find Chase Young? And I know people are going to be like, well, look at the last Chase he brought in. To me, it's not even comparable.
You don't scout the name.
I was on
or the
record as
school.
saying I wouldn't have done the Chase Claypool trade. So I'm safe there. You have to bring in a defensive lineman here. And if Jonathan Allen or Montez Sweat or Chase Young, now Jay Glazer is reporting that he said he'd be surprised if a deal for Chase Young got done with the Bears. He said, we don't know, but we'll see. But he said one of those 3 between Allen, Young, Sweat will be traded by the trade deadline.
Well, then you got to get in on one of them, because you got the fucking 3 stooges. You got young pups that aren't ready. And you have, honestly, this is not sitting well with me. I'm sorry. Trevis Gibson is 20 times the player the kid from Notre Dame is that they fucking picked up. He's 20 times the player that Rasheem Green is.
Phil, we said it when they let him go. To let him go for nothing.
It's fucking joke.
It made no sense.
You're terrible, Ryan Poles.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I'm not seeing it. I'm fucking lost here.
I get it. And I want to address this too. From Glazer said that he's not even available. And I get it.
Oh, Brian Burns.
If you're Carolina, you think about Carolina, their last 3 big trades. If they traded Brian Burns, their last 3 big trades they've made, they've traded Christian McCaffrey, DJ Moore, and Brian Burns, that are all, young players.
No. Dante, this is something Shane informed me after the game. I did not see this.
He even pointed, let's go. And DJ Edwards just took the ball, and I'm thank you.
Thank God.
Thank you.
He deserves some credit for not.
Yeah. Well, he's coming from a winning organization, Phil. He fucking knows. You're down 23. He should have fucking grabbed Kyler Gordon by the face mask and said, are you fucking serious? No. Let's go.
This is a bigger showcase. Dante, thank you for reminding me, because there's so much in this shithole of the Chicago Bears. But that Kyler Gordon situation of wanting to go celebrate a fumble or a turnover is down 30 points or 23 points is a showcase of the head coach. The team is a reflection of the head coach. There's tons of penalties. There's tons of showcase of misguided situational football. There's tons of showcase of not understanding the situation or the time to be aggressive and who to use in regards to being aggressive. When I mean that, they don't know their own personnel. And for me, that is a big, ignorant slap in the face. And fans deserve better. Fans, you cannot continue to stroll out someone who is not a head coach. And I'll say this, Chris Zorich, by the way, Super 16 poll show tomorrow with Chris Zorich, talking college football here at TTNL. He said it. The time is done of hiring these first-time guys. Maybe they're the next, they have to qualify on a leadership level. Matt Eberflus it's a flat tire that hasn't been changed. And you're driving on it. It's just going to ruin the rim. And the rim is all of us fans here. Because I'm so fucking done. Dom, my boy, $4.99. Thank you. Are we sure Warren swings the hammer, or is he just here for the stadium? Yeah. You better be here to swing the fucking hammer.
It's a concern, Dom, because we don't know. He's going to be he's the saving grace in all of this, because there's just like when everybody gets excited about the draft, you get a new player in and you just assume that player is going to be in place for the next 10 years to fill a hole. So we're looking at Kevin Warren, who really hasn't put his stamp on this team yet.
Right.
In terms of Flus, see ya. Ryan Poles, see ya. Everybody's gone. Is he going to do that?
Well,
we'll see. Yeah.
He needs to. Chris Zorich did say Kevin isn't tolerating bullshit.
Yeah, he said that his exact words were, he's not afraid to fire clean house if he deems it warranted. Yeah.
And you know what, Shane? It is warranted. I'm sorry. It ain't going to get better, guys. It's not. Justin ain't going to come in here and save this. He can't. And unfortunately, the ability to analyze a young quarterback, a talented kid like Justin Fields, isn't there, because we have the fucking stooges running this organization right now. And it's a shame, because it's frustrating, and the Bears have talent. They do have talent. Will, my boy, right there, $4.99. The McCaskies should be arrested for sport crimes. I agree. These guys are the ones that listen. What organization do you know that interviews coaches before hiring the GM, but tells the coach who they hire, but you got to get an outside help referencing who the coach should be? Are you confused? Because I am. All of a sudden, they threw out this panel. Soup Campbell. What was her name? Tanisha Wade.
Yep.
Tanisha Wade. We never heard of these people. Oh, yep, come on. They should be arrested for sports crime. I agree.
Can't see your question or comment, Tom, so you have the ability to send it to Phil and I directly. So yeah,
Shane will read it.
Yep.
I love Tommy Boson.
TTNL, keep up the awesome
Boson
work.
Hose.
Haters hate. Yeah, thank you, Shadow Boy. Appreciate you.
I appreciate you, Shadow Boy. $3.29, $2. Did you hear my song for Tom Boson? Boson Hose.
Boson Hose.
We need laughter, Shane. We're gonna die.
Yeah, I heard Jim is leaving Michigan after this year. Well, there's a lot going on there, and there's a lot of,
Did you read this latest bullshit that the NFL can suspend him? Like,
no, not the NFL, not the NFL. That if he gets suspended, that the NFL will not give him safe haven.
That's fucking dumb.
Yeah,
they did it for Pete Carroll.
He was already in the league, correct? Yeah, I think it was coming down, and then it actually got solidified.
Well, then he needs to leave now. Then, come coach the Bears now.
I know Cap talked about it, and then there's multiple reports out there this morning that the NFL will not give him safe haven. So it looks like there's not going to be anything more to any Bears type post-game presser. It looks like they pulled it beyond the head coach. Unless, well, let me see. They bring it back up.
Boast and hose.
Yeah, no, we have.
Well, Jim Harbaugh was a hope. We need a new head coach. Harbaugh.
Well, again, for me, and I know that
I have no issue with what Harbaugh is involved in over there. There's multiple fucking coaches in college doing this bullshit. Like, stop me. Steal my sign. Stop me. At the end of the day, this stuff has been going on since the beginning of time. Yeah. Fucking old man fucking Hallis was doing this shit.
The Bears have pulled it. So there's nothing more beyond the head coach. So not to me, are they? I don't know. I think the quarterback should be out there. Tough game, good game.
Oh, yeah.
Whatever.
I agree with you.
Yeah.
Tyson Bagent should have been at the podium. Why isn't he?
Totally agree.
It's just the Chicago Bears, bro.
Yeah, Shane doesn't want the OC job. Neither does Shane with a Y.
Bill can take both of those jobs.
Yeah.
Shane could be the GM. And then we'll be good. And we will surround ourselves with really good people.
So Tom just texted me and said, are we drafting a quarterback next year? This draft bonanza is a 1 in a 20-year thing. And listen,
Collinsworth talked about it tonight, to his credit.
Yeah. If they're drafting number 1, I think they're drafting a quarterback. And that's not me throwing Justin Fields under the bus or anything like that. It's just they're resetting everything. I myself am not into Drake May to the point where I would say I'm taking May and moving forward and shipping off Justin Fields. I don't have a gap there with those guys. Caleb Williams to me is a different animal, and I know people don't like his painted nails, and they're like, oh, look what he did against Notre Dame. Guys, I'm just telling you right now, the Notre Dame outcome and them not playing well because their team isn't great and their defense is atrocious. Caleb Williams is still going to be the number 1 pick in the draft, Phil.
Without a doubt.
And it's not even going to be
I like
close.
May a lot too, more than you do, but that's a long ways away.
Yeah. No, I hear you.
There's 9 games left. Can you imagine?
I have some more work to do on Drake May. I'm not looking at that and being like, oh, that's 100% what I need here, but we'll see.
Fans need to protest at Hallis Hall to fire Eberpuss. Yeah, I mean, the call-in shows, the guy's short presser. Now they don't have the quarterback out there. The social media department putting up the fucking Spider-Man and the sunglasses, and you're losing. You've won fucking 2 games and fucking
yeah,
it's a disgrace. That's never gonna happen.
It's not even legal, guys. And listen, when I had somebody DM me and say, well, Caleb Williams' camp hasn't come out and denied that. Well, he's in the middle of a season. For him to even come out and address that shows you that his frame of mind is in the proper place. They wouldn't address bullshit like that. It's not even legal. Mike Florio put that report out there, just like he put out the shit last night with Chase Young that Jay Glazer shot down today.
And the Harbaugh stuff.
All of that. So it's not even legal. And I think it's one more thing for people that already don't like Caleb Williams, it fits their narrative. And it's the world that we live in today, unfortunately.
Blind Squirrel, $5. Thank you. Pee Wee League BS. Everyone gets to play. Why do fans know more about the personnel than they do? Don't run plays. Play the right players. Simple. 100% right. And every blind squirrel can find a nut, right, bro? Because you're 100% right. It's not about plays. It's about players. DJ Moore should be your focal point in any offense. Action game off of that, completely running through him. Power run games and doing it like that. It's a travesty where we see this shit. Lawrence Chrisham again, $2. What are the why? It's you. Well, this coach, I don't think is trying to find the whys.
Yeah, that's
Year two. You guys are wild. Your take on fixing everything in a season is ignorant.
Yeah.
Well, Brent, you tell us what your take is. I can't wait to watch your video take on how to fix things in season. Last week, we did exactly what I talked about with a few stupid situational football play calls that I know I wouldn't have. But I knew that you're focused on the ground game, and guess what? You won in a dominant way. You go and travel, did the opposite, which we said, tap the brakes, fans. This is the Bears, led by Getsy and Eberflus. Guarantee they're going to come out here and do the opposite. Did they? Yes. At some point, go back to blind squirrel. Kerry Franklin, $10. My guess, Bajent will come to the presser and take the blame. Well, you guessed wrong, Kerry, because
they cut the presser short.
They just completely said no players. Too bad the coach can't take a lesson from the kid.
Can't believe nobody asked about Velus Jones. I mean, that was a big deal.
Dropped it right in his fucking chest.
It's embarrassing. Shadow Boy is back. Eberflus, where was Big Arm Nate when we needed yards? Maybe his arm wasn't ready for Showtime Sunday Night Football. Yeah.
Tone Care, $1.99. Don't forget McCaskey's presser. He said he's a fan. He's not a football evaluator. You're right. He's terrible.
Yeah.
We're in F, $5. The Bears are getting pounded as bad as Dwight Howard's back injuries.
That's that one. We're not going to go down that.
I have no idea what that is anyway.
That pathway, yeah.
Van Ward, $5. I'm sick of all the QB talk. When the defense is worse than the Pac-12, I thought this was the Bears. Van, it's bad, man. And you could fix it. They have the talent. They're just sitting in zones versus a quarterback that can.
Phil, they got pummeled by a 6'8" tight end that's 280 pounds. Is that what they said? And he's making plays
28
or whatever it was. Yeah, I mean 280, but just
dude, he caught the ball 4 yards short of the yard to gain, ran over our guys. That was the sort of night. I mean, it's disgraceful.
Yeah.
It's like we're back with Wanstead again.
Jake Tilton, how would you feel about drafting QB1 and keeping Fields to have a Breeze Rivers like situation for a couple of seasons? No, I get people asking the question, Jake. It's you trade Justin Fields. Listen, if you draft Caleb Williams #1, you trade Justin Fields to the highest bidder, to a team like Atlanta or whomever that wants to get involved. And it just, Phil, you can you could speak to this as a head coach. Yes, competition is great, but when you're talking about a situation like that, there's really no good going to come from it. It makes your entire training camp a complete circus. And
the goal with the Breeze Phillips thing was to trade Breeze, which they ended up doing. That's what Shane's talking about, and he's 100% right. You become a distraction.
Well, he ended up being a free agent. They just let him walk. Remember?
Oh, that's
Because
right. They
he
did.
wanted to go to Miami. That was when Saban was in Miami.
That's right.
Saban
They
wanted
did.
Breeze. The doctors wouldn't give him medical clearance, so then they pivoted
The
to Dante
injury
Culpepper.
played into the free agency because he was out.
Yeah.
That's why he became
So,
a free agent.
but it just
the goal was to trade him, though.
Yeah. I mean, there's Phil, in no world are you keeping
Well, you
Caleb
gotta have
Williams
a
or
new coach.
Drake May and Justin
Yeah.
Fields.
No fucking way.
Can't do it.
No way.
Oop, my bad.
No, it's good.
On Harbaugh, stop putting your plays on giant poster boards if you want to keep your game plan a secret. Only concern is, why was he let go in San Francisco? He didn't have a great relationship with
The GM, Balky.
yeah, Trent Baalke, and that's what it is. Just because there's a play put on a poster board doesn't mean that that poster board is the play. Listen, guys, this is a poker game.
Exactly. Every coach out there is scouting.
Yeah.
This is a world you get tape. I mean, we get tape of 3rd and 4th grade football players, and we get the tape, we exchange it and watch it, and you try to get out some information, and you go with it. Some of these guys are going to spend a little extra, have a fucking analyst, try to put places together so you have a little advantage. I don't give a fuck. I love JJ McCarthy. I really believe he's a sleeping giant.
Well, I'll have more on that later, but I'm a McCarthy fan also.
Are you? I didn't know.
To a point, yeah, where I think we're gonna have some great
debate.
May and McCarthy talk.
I like McCarthy a lot. Like, I'm good with this quarterback class if he's coming out too. But that's another discussion for the offseason. If you aren't a patron, tapeneverlies.com, become a patron, get all the draft covered. Chris, the Jersey Breckenfelder, $10.
Yeah.
The Bears were more concerned about making themselves relevant with a storyline than letting their football and play.
I can't dismiss it.
He's great. I knew I want this dude on my team. No way Bayesian could have the sole focus on football. And you're right, man. It became obvious it's a nice story, and it's a well worth story, but it doesn't need to be repeated over and over and over and over and over and over. And it gets tiresome. And then fans flip on you. And then your first mistake, it's just bad. Please, XO, am I wrong? High draft? What does that mean?
When could the Bears have drafted Joe Burrow? That's what
They couldn't have.
No, he went number 1 to Cincinnati.
1 overall.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Maybe Ian thought that they're drafting at 0, so they had a pick for I don't know. Shadow Boy, we'll throw another one of his up there other than Jim Harbaugh. Who else is a possible candidate? My next guy for me, and would be a first-time guy, but I would be very, very much interested in Josh McCown leading my franchise, because I think his lack of experience as a head coach, I think he makes up for in being a backup QB for 17 seasons, whatever it was, and being in the league right now with Houston and now with Carolina. I think he's a guy
I love that. I thought the Texans were going to do that, and I was going to praise them because he has coaching experience.
He would
on the most coaching experience needed level. High school football is coaching, man.
And he would have so many connections to build a staff, and he knows how critical the offensive line the offensive line coach hire is going to be.
Yes.
He's going to
He will know how to communicate with the quarterback.
Exactly. Yeah.
He's going to know how to teach the quarterback. He's going to know how to help the quarterback through it. I also added Kyle Whittingham, the Utes coach. I've been talking about him. I know they got fucking pummeled by Bo Nix, Shane.
Yeah.
Bo Nix and my guy, Coach Kavanaugh is the offensive line coach for the University of Oregon right now. I'm trying to get him on the show with us, Shane. Keeping it 100.
Love it.
Get an offensive line coach on there. Talk about Larry Borum's technique as a reach block versus Khalil Mack. Oh, did you see Olive Garden has never-ending pasta? No, but apparently the McCaskies did. $1.09. Quinn Bozick, $1.09. After tonight, is Puss Flu still an accurate name? Yes. It's always been. It always will. No, he might be a nice guy. Like, he might be a nice guy. Some guys are just coordinators. They're not head coaches.
Yeah, that's fine. That's
fine. GMAV, $5. Did they really have the audacity to try to run the Philly specials? Yes, they did.
They didn't bite on it.
Khalil Mack.
But don't you think that was thrown in there because they wanted to add to the story of
course,
undrafted Division II quarterback
catches a touchdown on Sunday Night Football with Al Michaels, not Al Michaels, Chris Collinsworth, and Mike Tirico.
Yeah.
I mean, I like how Collinsworth. I mean, this guy, he comes from a father who's arm wrestling. I mean, when you look at, and then he changes his stand. When you look at him and you see him dropping back, I mean, you just see the glimmer of shut the fuck up. I just can't. I can't take it, man. Justin Bieber flus. Luke Getsy.
Luke or Fluke Forgetsy.
Luke Forgetsies. Oh my God, bro.
Yeah,
it's time. We gotta end it. It's done.
We're a little over an hour in. It's already 12:30 here
I'm
on
tired.
the East Coast. We have some early mornings here, so we're gonna wrap it up here. Phil, we appreciate all of everybody that participated in the super chat.
Absolutely. Thank you for the super chat. We will be live this week, keeping it 100. This is the week we got the patrons coming on the show, right?
Yeah, and I've chatted with, I think most of them will be in connection with them. But if you're coming on, have a headphone and mic ready, preferably not earbuds. And if you're on your phone, turn it to horizontal mode, please. We didn't call Darrington Evans out for that, but
we did.
Shout out to Darrington Evans, who won me
Darrington
$60 tonight. I got to send him that screenshot.
Yes, 460.
He was a plus 2,200 on FanDuel for an anytime touchdown. I'm like, that
should have put $50 down.
Oh, well, of course. I put down 20, so I got back 460. So that was fun. But yeah, of course, I should have put down $100 on it.
Yeah. 100 would have gotten you 2,200.
What's that?
How it works?
Yeah, 100 plus. Yeah. So I put down 20 and I got back 460.
So if you put 100, you would have got 2,200 straight up.
Yeah, you got the math there.
I did it right.
Yeah,
look at that.
You're the whiz. But
nobody beats the biz.
Everybody beats the Bears.
Everybody beats the Bears.
Sounds like a song, right?
Cool Kennedy. We got to make the remix.
Yeah.
What is it? Nobody beats the Bears. Everybody beats the Bear. We'll figure it out. I'm fucking tired.
Perfect way to end it. And we do have some breaking news.
Breaking news. The Tape Never Lies Network. Breaking news.
Everybody be on the lookout tomorrow. Olive Gardens everywhere. Never-ending pasta. It's the fucking shit, right, Phil?
Yeah, I guess.
So they say.
Tomorrow, never-ending pasta. Enjoy it because you didn't enjoy this shit tonight. you enjoyed this show, but not the Bears. We'll see you guys Wednesday. Tomorrow night, me and Chris Zorich tune in. Maybe Zorich will have something to say.
Show, yeah.
The Bears, the Super 16 Bowl show. And Wednesday will be live. That's it. That's all single. No more, no less. Bye. BHL.
Thank you for watching Bears Hour Live, the best post-Bears game show on the planet, on the Tape Never Lies Network.
Model.